woke up this morning to a few tweets that just popped into my For You page on Twitter.
Oh, Adam.
What is it?
You see that?
It's
a rocket ship.
Oh, stop it. I was
That's not bad.
I'm doing an intro.
That's not bad.
And then Steve's like, you know what?
That's kind of worth it.
I will intro. There were a lot of Canucks fans who woke up this morning on the grumpy side of the bed saying that Brock Boeser was leaving town and he was never committed to the Canucks and he was only in it for the money. And all of them better be deleting their deleting that now because Brock Boeser, 7 years, $7.25 million. When you consider that Christian Dvorak, who is a center, just signed for $5.4 million, this is a steal for a guy who tested the market and straight up just didn't want to leave.
I mean, I'm very surprised. I'm very surprised because I thought his demands were way north of this.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Every whisper that I heard was way north of this. So 7 years, 7.25. I think the reason the number is as low as it is the 7. Because all I was hearing was a larger cap hit on a shorter term.
My question with this is, if this was an option, why wasn't this done in like January? It feels like the Canucks, if they knew this was available to them, seems like they would have just signed this.
Well, maybe they didn't.
This is very reasonable.
We were also told that the Canucks went as high as 8 years and $8.5 million. Like that was a rumor.
That was untrue.
That can't have been true.
Yeah, must have been untrue.
Where you're just the whole day is drinking water through a fire hose. Like we're gonna have to sift through what is true, what isn't true, what was true and no longer is. And
yeah.
Listen, here's what we got. We got an elite right winger signing for very long term for most of the rest of his career, probably for a really reasonable cap hit. This is a big victory for the Vancouver Canucks.
Huge.
Yeah, I love the cap hit for the Canucks. The interesting thing, I think, with their cap situation, it puts them over the cap
by $200,000.
They're actually over the cap by $200,000 with this deal, but it makes sense for this team. I think they believe in the core that they had during the 24 season where they go to the playoffs, minus JT Miller, if they think they can replace him with the Evander Kane signing and whatever else they've done in the meantime. Like, I feel like they are confident that that team is going to come back, and that team is a lot closer to what they had as opposed to last year.
You know, Jesse, that's not a bad top six. And we did get rumors this morning that Boeser and the Canucks had made progress on an extension there as well. And if that is true, I wonder about a guy like Dakota Joshua becoming available because at a certain point, you got to figure out where does everybody fit? And Dakota Joshua at $3.25 million, that's a great hockey player. Had some injuries last season to start the year. Can play a little center, mostly plays on the wing for the Canucks that we've seen. That top six for them, Evander Kane, Philip Hedl, Connor Garland, if they can stay healthy, especially for Kane and Hedl, that's a good line. DeBrusk, Pettersson, and Boeser, don't hate that either. I think that the Canucks can be a real threat after locking up Thatcher Demko for a little bit longer. Kevin Lankinen's going to be around for a long time. Like, this is always, as you said earlier, Steve, going to be a team that has the talent, and if things go right, they should be able to do some damage.
But with the Dakota Joshua piece, like, that becomes a too expensive player if you're playing him on your fourth line.
Yes.
And if we think Dakota Joshua can be more than that, then you keep him at that 3.25, but you are a cap team right now, and having Joshua playing on your fourth line 10, 11 minutes a night, that's too much money for him. So that can be the contract that goes out to make these things a little better, and you bring back Boeser.
The other thing, like, unless I'm reading this wrong, I don't think I am. Again, you said the Canucks are just, they're a little under $220,000 over the cap, but their Puckpedia page includes 14 forwards, 7 defensemen, and 2 goalies. So it's a full team. Like, you look at the Oilers, for example, it says they have cap space, but they also have holes in their roster. The Canucks are actually in a better position, if you ask me. And the problem is very easily solved by sending someone like Jonathan Lekkerimaki down to the minors, or you could do it with DPD. Wait, what is he? EP25?
Yeah.
I'm getting used to all the...
You got it.
DPD.
You got it.
Yeah, DPD. Victor Mancini. They have guys who they can send down without having to send through waivers. You could waive a guy like Nils Aman if you really wanted. I don't think you should. Keeping Boeser, they would, need to do a bigger move like what you guys were saying. But if this is the team that they're just going to have going forward, there's actually very little work to do.
How many goals did Sutter have last season?
26?
22?
25 goals.
Adam.
This is a very talented player who was making no money last season because he had that deal with the Red Wings, and then it went down to 1.6 for the Canucks, and then he emerged as a 25 goal scorer. And like, if I'm the Canucks, I really want to keep him, but maybe they'll be priced out of the market.
And they might be.
Dvorak, like, I'm getting that.
Christian Dvorak had like 11 goals, and he got $5.4 million.
I'm getting that times half a decade if I'm Sutter.
Yeah, that's crazy. Now, one guy that I look at their lineup, Jesse, if you scroll up a little bit, the guy that I love in this lineup for the Vancouver Canucks, and he's at a really reasonable cap hit. I wonder if they try to extend him this summer rather than waiting. Kiefer Sherwood. That guy was nails for them. He was great for Nashville, and then he exploded offensively for the Vancouver Canucks. And I wonder, with the new head coach and that sort of thing, this is a huge opportunity for him to take another step forward at $1.5 million. That's a beautiful deal.
You can pry him from my cold dead hands if I'm the Vancouver Canucks.
No kidding. So free agency coverage continues. We'll see what happens with Sutter. Does he stay with Vancouver? Do they make a trade? Not everything's happening today, and I gotta say, Sutter and Nikolai Ehlers' contract values are just going up, up.
This is a fantastic deal. Brock Boeser at only 7.25 when all of that money's out there for him to get somewhere else. Like, exceptional work there by Vancouver.
SDPN's free agency coverage continues.